In a previous video, I discussed the perfect frequency for sending your payment reminder emails to your clients in order to ensure you're collecting on your overdue balances. I also mentioned how important it is to integrate email into your collections process and how over 1/4 of all consumers prefer to receive your bills via email. If you haven't seen the video, visit our channel profile and watch it after watching this one. It's really good. Anyway, I'm going to assume that you know the perfect sending frequency for this video. So the next logical question is to determine what a good format looks like. Hi everyone, I'm Matt from Tactics, and today I'm going to explain the perfect format to send payment reminder emails. Before we get started though, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button below. While you're down there, hit that alert bell icon next to it as well, so when we post new helpful content, you get notified. The first reminder email you should send should be about 1 week before the due date. This email should use an optimistic tone. In other words, you should frame it in a more customer-centric way. After all, their account is still in good standing with your organization. Here's an example. The subject asks a question in a cooperative way. How is everything? The body reinforces a sense of optimism by asking for feedback on what was purchased and if they're enjoying the same. Of course, it also provides a link to make payment, which is something you should always include in your reminder emails. It also ends the email with words, kindest regards. What a happy email, right? You'll notice that as you send more payment reminder emails to overdue balances, they're more straightforward and curt in nature. After a week of not receiving payment, you should send your next reminder email on the day that your client's balance is actually due. This type of reminder doesn't need to gauge your client's feedback on the product or service they purchased from you. Instead, its main focus needs to be on the balance that they owe. That doesn't mean that you can't use a friendly tone. It's possible that your client is going through a rough financial situation right now after all. Thus, going out of your way to show empathy could work wonders on your collections efforts, especially when payment is due. This example has a straightforward subject line that says, "Your payment is due." The body itself is much less verbose as well, letting the recipient know that their payment is due and you haven't received payment. It also flat out asks if there's anything you can do on your end to make it easier for them to pay by reinforcing the idea that you understand that it could be a financially hard time for them. A week later and you still haven't received payment. Time to send another reminder email. The subject line of this email tells the client that their balance is still overdue within the subject line, includes the purchase number for their reference, and instills a sense of cooperation with the phrase, "We can help." It still uses a friendly tone throughout and reemphasizes that you can help them and understand that it could be hard for them financially right now. After sending those first 3 payment reminder emails, you should hold off on sending anything to your overdue balances and use a monthly frequency. At 1 month overdue, there's still a chance for you to collect, but it continues to decline as the account ages. As a result, make sure you tell your client just how overdue their payment is within the subject line of every email you send at this point. Month 1 and month 2 messages look very similar. The only difference is that their purpose is to prompt payment as fast as possible by including phrases like ASAP. If it's been 2 months since your client was supposed to pay you, it's at that time where you should consider reaching out and handing the account to an outside collections agency. However, at this point, it doesn't hurt to send one last email to the delinquent client saying what you're about to do with their balance and that they still have one final chance to pay you. In this example, give them less than a month from the date of receiving the message to satisfy their balance with you. After that, move on from the account. Collecting from your clients sounds like it's simple. You want to trust that the organizations and or people that you're selling your goods and services to, that they'll pay you back. After all, that's how the entire notion of capitalism works. But it's just not that realistic to think that way. As a result, you need to make sure that you have a solid collections process put in place that includes email. Now you know the frequency to send them and what they should look like. If you'd like to learn more about payment reminder emails, reach out to eTactics. And you already made it this far into the video, so you might as well like it, share it, and comment below. Well, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to our YouTube channel.